Hi everyone!
Hey guys!
So today I thought I'd bring my husband along to do the husband tag. I think we did this like a while ago, but it was like 2 years ago that we did it, so I think we should redo.
Yeah, it was a year or so ago.
I think back then you were my fiance or boyfriend.
Well, we did a boyfriend tag and then we did a husband tag like right after we got married, but we weren't living together at the time, so now we are, so we'll see if more truth comes out.
Okay, and also I asked you guys a while back if you have any questions you want to add into the tag, and I'm going to add those in at the end as well. Okay, so number one, where did you meet? Where did we meet?
Would you want me to answer or do you want to answer?
You can answer.
Okay. So we met when I was studying abroad in Goldsmiths, which is in London. I was doing like a 3-month study abroad program, and I met her a couple times at parties, but we never talked to each other. We just would see each other there, didn't know each other's name. Yeah. She thought I was annoying, and like she thought I was like really loud because I am pretty loud actually. And then for somebody's birthday, whose birthday party was it? Some friend of yours, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I remember we were drinking sangria.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty drunk.
Yeah, well, everybody was. But so then we started talking about this show called Tim and Eric that we both love, and so then we were just like talking, and then we decided to like exchange numbers, and we hung out, and we watched Pulp Fiction together because you'd never seen Pulp Fiction. I was like, how have you not seen it? It's like my favorite movie. And we spent time together in London. That's how we met.
Yeah?
So.
It's pretty, what's the word?
Romantic.
No, like the chances of it happening. What's that word?
I know what you're talking
coincidental.
about. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of the word. I'm trying to blank. But yeah, it was a strange coincidence.
How long did we date before getting married? Well,
3 years, wasn't it?
It was kind of hard to date because we didn't live in the same country. I live in America now, if you're kind of a bit confused at my accent. Yeah, so I've lived in America since April, but before that we got married in 2012, August 2012. But before that we were doing long distance for 2.5 years, was it?
Yeah, that sounds right. It would be 3 years in January of 2012. Oh no, January 2013, like right after 2012.
Yeah, so we almost hit the 3-year mark, which is amazing because I didn't think it was possible to do long distance.
It was, sometimes we would go 5-6 months without seeing each other, and it was just
horrible.
so hard.
Because when I saw you, I knew who you were and I knew the person I was talking to on Skype, but then when I saw you, it's kind of you have to build up the relationship.
Yeah, you feel like it's somebody that you've watched. Well, ironically, I've watched her YouTube videos. I feel like it's like a celebrity that I like wanted to talk to or like didn't really know, and then I saw her and I was like, oh my god, you're real. Yeah. And it just was really strange.
So honestly, it's so nerve-wracking, especially like if you're flying on your own and you're meeting, you know, person you're in a long distance relationship with, and you're like, are they gonna be there? What if they're not there? Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's hard. Oh god, these are really cringy questions. What's your favourite feature of me?
Probably cheekbones.
Oh, no.
I think.
Okay.
What?
Okay. When to say your smile? No,
you see, I don't believe you.
I think I like your eyes.
Really?
No, actually,
your eyes are too baggy.
No, actually, yeah, I like your lips because they're really big, and I don't have big lips, so I want your lips.
You want to trade?
We always say we want to trade feature.
Yeah.
So I could like put lip gloss on my lips, and then my makeup would look better.
I just have these huge lips. Now it's getting in the way. I don't know. I don't know where they come from. Okay,
next question. Favorite quality?
This is like personality stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say my favorite quality of Haley is most likely that she's really like kind of a dreamer. Like she likes to think of, you know, here's what I would like here's like where I want things to go, and she kind of pushes me all the time, and she's very honest. That's another thing, actually. Yeah. That's actually probably my favorite quality. Is like she's totally blunt and honest, which sometimes isn't so good, but like if I ever don't know what to do about something, or like I'm not sure how I feel about a situation, she's kind of like, look, this is the way that it is, like this is how I see it. Yeah. You need to stick up for yourself, like don't take crap from people. And from being married to her, like I've changed so much as a person. Yeah. Like I've gotten so much more like just kind of like confident, like doing what you need to do.
Know your own worth.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So what's your favorite quality of me?
There's lots of qualities. I think I like how you're really sensible.
Yeah.
Because that kind of like, I'm not saying I'm not sensible, but you're definitely more, what's the word?
Practical?
Logical about things. You think about things way too much, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Sometimes it's bad, but like you kind of stabilise me when I'm like, oh my god, let's buy this, and you're like, but really, like we need to think about it before we buy it.
Sweetheart, we're out of food. We need to buy food first. Yeah.
So I like that. There's
Yeah.
loads of other things, but that's just one that I thought off the top of my head.
Yeah.
What's my favourite colour?
Purple.
I asked you this the other day.
Yeah. It's purple,
Yours
right?
is pink, isn't it?
No, when I was in first grade, I thought hot pink was a cool color because I was like, it's unfair, right? Like it's such like a bold color. I was just like, man, that color like kicks ass. And then I told my friends, I was like, hot pink's kind of cool, and they were like, no, it's not. And I was like, okay, I like green. I totally was just sad, but no, I think blue's my favorite color now.
I love purple. When I first had my own room back home, I was like, my parents were like, what colour do you want it? I was like, well, I kind of want pink, but pink like everyone has pink. I know, I have like metallic purple and like.
They never let you have that, did they?
Yeah, we did.
Really?
I had like it was like, kind of like a lilac, but the wash of the paint was kind of metallic, but not not tacky. It was really nice, but.
Because your room right now is kind of like a lavenderish color, right?
No, it's cream.
Oh, no, that's the stairs outside.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Favourite food. Your favourite food is anything you can lay your eyes on. You like what do you really like? You like southern food because he's from Virginia.
Oh, I don't know. I like everything really. I can't think of one thing. Cheesecake may be my favorite.
Yeah.
Your favorite is probably, I don't know. She's really into avocado these days. Anything avocado related. Also, I think, I don't know. Like you have a huge soft spot for burgers, whether you want to admit it or not. Like go to Five Guys and she's just like, boom, it's gone in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm so lucky I moved to America because literally this is the best place for burgers.
Yeah, it is really good.
And like really fat meat and stuff like that, steaks.
Yeah,
I like all food. Honestly, I've always been obsessed over food, and that was kind of a problem when I was younger because I'm kind of fat.
And milk. You used to drink like way too much milk. So
yeah, I was obsessed over milk. I was like, had like 3 glasses and full fat milk every day, and I got really fat. But I love, like, I've always loved food, and I'm just so protective over my food. Like, if I have a meal and like I'm really excited for that meal, if someone tries.
If I like reach with my fork over just to mess with her, just like to get the knife out.
Okay, I don't want that. We're not really into sports. It was like, what's your favourite sports team? But we're not really into sports.
We watched the Super Bowl. We just drank a bunch of Corona instead of watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we made nachos. That was pretty good. And
that was pretty cool.
I wanted to do it mainly because I did it 2 years before when I was visiting him, but I'd never actually done it where I lived there.
Yeah.
Favourite TV show? Well, yours is probably Breaking Bad.
It's tied between Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, probably. Same for you, I think. Though we've been watching American Horror Story, and I think the second season was like really, really good. I enjoyed the second season. Wasn't really big on the third season though. Yeah. Just kind of like people kept like dying, coming back to life.
It got really good at the end though, didn't it?
Yeah. Like it was like a dipped curve, and then it came back up. And it was good.
When I heard that it was going to be about witches, I was like, oh my god, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, that's amazing.
I was thinking like.
It's really like girly though. The show is getting pretty girly at the start.
It's really girly. It's campy. It's campy. If you know what that is, that's what I feel like it is. But anyway,
I do think season 2 is way better. By the way, the one that's set in the mental asylum, like that is really creepy.
That Santa Claus guy.
Jack was saying if they ever make the show more scarier than the actual intro, that's like a good thing.
Yeah, the intro's always scarier than the show. It has
all these like weird sounds, like
and then you're like, oh my god.
And then you get to the show and it's like.
Yeah, something like that.
What's this? What kind of salad dressing am I most likely to get on my salad?
What a random question.
Yeah, no, this seriously, who wrote this question?
Who did this?
I think you probably get balsamic.
Yeah, I like balsamic.
Yeah, we're very similar in food because obviously when you're married you eat the same food.
Yeah, kind of like like she doesn't eat much bread these days because like it kind of like gives her cramps or something. Yeah. So I don't eat much bread anymore, which makes me sad because I love bread. Any carbs, I'm like all about it. Yeah. Anyway, I'd probably get balsamic. You'd probably get. She likes a simple, like oil and like lemon juice. Yeah, lemon juice and salt and pepper and olive oil. You like really Caesar good. Too? I like Caesar. I like Caesar, but I always think like, okay, if you're gonna have a salad and you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be healthy, and then you just put like this really fattening dressing over it. Don't get me wrong, it tastes good. It's delicious. I think white wine vinegar. Is it white wine vinegar? Yeah, apple cider vinegar too. That's really, really good. And balsamic vinegar is good, but that's a bit sour and it kind of makes the veggies, like the salad, a bit dark. If you like combine it with like feta, it's really nice. Oh, I love feta. Feta cheese is good. What food do I not like? I don't know what you don't like. I know you don't like fish. Okay, I don't like seafood. I did get her to eat, well they call it prawns. I got her to eat shrimp tempura the other day. A sushi roll, but you can't really even taste the shrimp. It's like there's rice and soy sauce and all that stuff. If it's the end of the world and I have to eat tuna, I don't mind. And honestly, I can eat like
tuna, sweet corn, and what is it, mayo. I really like that. But if I look at the fish and it looks like it was once a fish, I don't want it. Like, it's all because my mum served me this fish on this plate when I was younger, and it had like an eye on it.
It had the head like.
It had the head on it. It was like looking at me like this, like hi.
Like, please don't eat
and I was like, no, I can't eat it. But I can eat like fish and chips, like British fish and chips, and because they have the batter on it.
It's because it's fried, you can't taste the actual.
But as soon as I see the skin, like the scale skin, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, well, you don't eat the scales. They're like supposed to not.
Yeah, but they're sometimes in there when you have fish and chips. But when it's like really white and beautiful, like cod, I can't eat it. But
I think you'd like tuna steak.
Yeah.
Comment below and tell her that tuna steak tastes like steak. It doesn't taste like a fish.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna skip that question. It's stupid. What is my favourite type of sandwich? Your favourite type is, I say, BLT, bacon, lettuce.
I do love a BLT.
You made one yesterday and it was like streaky bacon, like the American bacon, which is way more fattening, by the way.
Also tastier.
And avocado, tomato, lettuce, and mayo, and it was just
and Cholula.
toasted.
I had Cholula on there too.
Did you?
Yeah, just a little bit in the mayo.
It tastes so good.
Yeah, it's like spicy mayo.
And then you toast it both sides.
It took a while to make, but it was really good.
So if I could eat anything every day, and no, we meant to answer these questions.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, yeah, okay.
Go on then.
You would eat something creamy, something milky, something ice cream. You'd eat ice cream every day.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about it.
Nailed it. It took me a second, I was like, wait, what is it? What would I eat every day? I eat really anything. I don't know.
It doesn't have a specific type of food you eat, literally.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you guessed this, but beef burgundy. I can eat that all the time. That is so good. Anyway, what else?
What's my favourite cereal?
You like granola, actually. But I know you used to eat a lot of Crunchy Nut back in the day.
I like Crunchy Nut.
Crunchy Nut's really good.
You like that new one we got? The
Kashi?
Yeah,
they have
vanilla,
like a honey almond.
cluster.
No, it was the honey almond one. The with the big clusters.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So good.
I'm not like one to splurge on expensive cereals, but that stuff is really good. It actually fills you up too. It's nice.
Your favourite music is
Man. This question is always so hard to answer because everyone's just kind of like, I like rock, I like classical music, but we're both kind of like, I like this really obscure thing that's hard to explain.
Yeah. I guess you like, I'm sorry, I'm tired. You like hip hop, trip hop, like instrumental music?
Yeah.
By like, you know, like a certain song with a remix, or like, I don't know, like think of the music that's on Hype Machine, and that's kind of what Jack likes, but less indie rock.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of indie rock on Hype Machine.
A lot of good indie rock on Hype Machine. And you like pretty much the same thing, really. But you also, you like stuff like Beyonce, and you like, you used to like Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you're really that into her.
I do like her, but sometimes she goes, and sometimes it's just a bit too much.
Sometimes she's a bit too much.
Or you listen to her, you're like, shit, I hope no one else can hear what I'm listening to. It sounds like I'm listening to someone having a heart attack.
I just imagine like I'm listening to her. If I ever put her like in my headphones, I just imagine all of a sudden just like pink would just start flying out of my ears, just like just too intense for me, man.
But I like I really like 80s like soul music.
I like 70s like funk.
Like what can I think of?
Earth, Wind and Fire. You like them? That's kind of 70s though. Isn't it?
No. Like there's a band called New Shoes. I Can't Wait, and there's like Sister Sledge was pretty good, and there's like random artists that had like one-hit wonders in like the 80s, like early 90s, and there's so many good songs. If you like 80s cheesy music, you'll really like the CD called Pure Groove, the classics. It's kind of hard to get hold of because obviously no one has CDs anymore, but it's the best CD ever, and like, I don't know, it's just like happy music that's not like, it's super cheesy, but it's like I can deal with it. It's really, really good. And the reason I like that is because my parents used to play it all the time when I was younger, and it's just, I know all the words in my head. And even though I wasn't even born when it was out, but you know. What's my eye colour?
It's a green. So it's like a kind of darker green. It's nice.
Yours is like greeny brown.
Yeah.
It's weird that you look at people, but you never really look at their eye colour.
I know, yeah.
That's so weird. Like,
you know what's weird is my mom has blue eyes, but in the middle of like the blue, there's like a black dot. It's like
that's
a part
called
where it's
an
like
iris.
That's called a pupil. That's a pupil. I know is that.
Who's my best friends? Yours
Curtis.
is Teeter.
Yeah.
Teeter. I can't say that with the English accent.
Well, I know I have a lot of best friends. I mean, I have like I don't know. It's hard to single out one, but I've got Teeter and there's Ryan and I have loads of friends.
I don't know, it's hard for me because what's wrong with me? It's hard for me because I'm just kind of getting used to living in this country. So I have, like a couple of friends here, but my true best friend is probably my friend Curtis.
We just Skyped him this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is something I do that you wish I wouldn't?
You bite your nails when you get stressed out. And she like gets so proud when she grows them long, and then all of a sudden I look over and she's like,
yeah, because they break.
I'm just like, don't bite them.
I literally I can't not wear nail varnish, and the reason I wear it is to stop me biting them because they look so good.
But then what you do is instead of biting the nail off, you bite the polish off. You like, scrape it off, and I'm just like, stop.
Yeah, it's horrible. And one comes up, I'm like, it looks weird, I've got to take them all off, and then it's so satisfying, but when I think of it, it just seems, oh.
What do I do that you don't like?
Oh,
I know.
God, there's so many things.
Now, what have you been doing recently at night that freaks you out?
Talking in your sleep.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Apparently I've been talking in my sleep. I don't usually I didn't before.
But I'll be half asleep and I'll hear you. No, don't hurt me. And I'm like, what?
I mean, most of the time, like, I'll know I'm talking. Like, it's like someone will be like, hey, did you want to say something about this or whatever in my dream? And I'll be like, yes. But in real life, I'll be like, yeah. Also, I'll wake up while I'm saying it. And Haley would be like, what is that? And I'd be like, don't worry, get back to sleep.
But I thought that I could maybe have a conversation with you while you're asleep to get to know your inner thoughts. But you don't actually like answer back. No, you wake up as soon as I talk to you and I'm not in the dream, you wakes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, where do you hide your money?
I think I get that from my dad. Where are my presents? I get that from my dad. He's like really, really bad at sleep talking. He's like, a quick story. So he used to have this mask because he had sleep apnea, where it's basically like, sleep apnea is where you snore and you like stop yourself breathing. Like your dad kind of has that. And he had this mask he put on that would pump air into his nose so he could breathe right. And in his sleep, he walked outside of the house in December in his pajamas and tinkered the electrical box. He thought that was like pumping poison to his mask in his dream. And he was out there like in the middle of the night, woke up like looking at the electrical box, like thinking like he's gonna find the poison or something. So I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad for me. But what else is next on the list?
Okay, I'm going to go to the questions that you asked for me on my Instagram. This was like 7 weeks ago, so I'm sorry I haven't got around to filming it. Anyway, so I asked some of you what questions, and Purple MUS6 on Instagram said, when you guys have an argument or disagree on something, how do you go about resolving it calmly? Shall I answer that?
Yeah.
So like with any relationship, whether you're married or not, if you're really, really mad when you have if it's a really bad argument, you should obviously cool down before you talk, otherwise you'll say something that you don't mean.
Yeah, that's
true.
And
then once you have cooled down, you kind of want to, talk about each side of the story and why that person is arguing in the first place, and then come to an agreement. Okay, or if you know you're wrong, then apologise so it kind of settles under the rug. Yeah,
like sometimes even if you're not wrong, just like stepping up and saying, look, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that, like,
you have to be really mature.
Yeah.
Okay, Sahara_moon, what advice would you give to people who are engaged or almost ready to wed?
Ooh, that's tough. Enjoy your wedding day, first of all.
Yeah.
It goes by like really fast.
You get so nervous, you're there but you're not there because you're so nervous. And it's so weird being a bride because everyone looks at you and you kind of, it's just hard to put up with all that attention. You're like, stop looking at me.
Yeah, and if you're like me and you're the groom, then definitely eat something before you get to the altar. I did, and I know that if I didn't eat, I was so stressed I would have fainted or something. I was so nervous.
When you try and eat in the morning of the wedding, like whatever you chew, it's like when you're
it turns into like gravel. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. You're just like, I'm too nervous to eat it. So enjoy it is my advice.
But like, they're not just talking about when they're like getting married. They're talking
like
about
when they're engaged.
Yeah.
Sorry, my knee. There's a kind of cramped space here. I don't know. Do you want to give advice first?
Don't put so much. I think that like when you're planning a wedding, it's really stressful. So I don't know. Really try and make that as less stressful as possible because it can put strain in your relationship. And normally the woman, the girl, is the one that wants to organise everything, do all the the organising and arrangements. But you do kind of have to get the guy to do some things because
Yeah, you can't
otherwise
do
you're
everything by
too
yourself.
stressed out, and then you're going to feel resentment towards them.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'd say that.
I would say, you know, talk it over with your fiance and like make sure that all of your plans are ready to go, and just kind of, I don't know, if you ever have concerns about something, like talk about it, because like now is the perfect time to kind of lay everything out before you get married, and like, you know, really you shouldn't have anything, you should be excited. It's fun.
Oh god, this question makes me laugh so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sonia, ex Kardashian, what do you say?
Would you
Would you say there's a difference in being a British or American guy? I was going to say something really funny.
What?
Like, obviously, like, British guys normally aren't circumcised unless they're Jewish.
You're gonna tell him that.
No, well, it's true.
Okay, alright.
So, like, that's a big shock. And obviously, like, if you're a guy and you live in America and you're not, like, people are like, what's going on? Like, what? So it's kind of weird. So obviously, like, if you're in England and you're British, that's probably the main difference. That's like, I don't know. I think we have to talk about.
Well, what else? Like personality? Is there any personality wise?
Well, obviously, like if you're going out with a British guy and you're British yourself, I don't know how to say.
There's like cultural stuff.
There's so much cultural stuff, and I also think that like British people in general are a bit more like they kind of take the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like you'll kind of be like, there, and you'll be like, yeah, and then it's kind of deemed more culturally acceptable.
Oh yeah.
To I don't know, joke around with someone and maybe you might say something a little bit mean, but
it's like,
if you're good friends, you'll know that
it actually is like it's
like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
So I can do that with my parents. Like sometimes my parents will be like, "You're lazy," or something like that, and then I'll be like, "Well, you're the one to talk because blah 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 blah," and it's like a running joke, but in America it's more like you won't do that.
You wouldn't like, it's like a line that you don't feel like you would want to cross or something.
Yeah.
But that comes down to like the difference between British and American humor too, which Ricky Gervais has a huge essay he wrote about, which is really cool. But yeah, it's just some different, just a lot.
But personality, everyone has different personalities, whether you're from, I don't know, England or, I don't know, different countries, Germany, but it just depends on the person. Okay, so Romeo says, what does the other person, okay, this isn't really, okay, what does the other person do that makes you laugh? Or do you have a song that reminds you of the other person?
Oh man. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. One thing she does, and it's totally random, but she has like these hiccups that happen, and they're just like totally random. We walking in Target, and like it's this weird noise. She's like, and just like do it like just randomly. I'm like, what was that?
Oh.
So I don't know. That makes me laugh.
Do we have a song?
You always make up really. She always makes up really like weird songs. Like she'll get like kind of hyper and just, like make up a song about something.
Yeah, I can like. I'm really good at just coming up with like tons of words and making them rhyme. What do you do when you laugh?
Oh, what do I do?
Act weird and hyper.
No, what do I do? I know something.
What?
Involves the kitchen. I'll tell you.
Oh.
Tell me the story.
So once upon a time, like we have a lot of chocolate in the house because we always get sent Cadbury's chocolates from England, and we had this like, apple pie one night, and like I always tell him if he's gonna eat anything really bad. Like I eat bad stuff as well, but if I'm trying to like not eat something bad, not to eat it around me. So I came downstairs to the kitchen, and what did I see? He had an apple pie, was it apple pie?
Yeah.
In his mouth, and he was eating. Turned around, looked at me, and he was like, "What did you say?"
I was like, "Don't look at me!
Don't look at me!" And I was like, "Are you secret eating again?"
So I eat things in secret, and it makes you laugh every time.
Just so funny. Ramona Flowers _XOX. I have a question. How difficult was it for you to come and live over here?
Good God.
As in America. It's pretty much impossible.
You have to have a lot of patience, and that's so hard to have when like you're in the middle of a relationship and like you have to do all this paperwork. I mean, it took us, I think the whole process was about 9 months long. So that was including like when we applied, like the week after we got married, we applied.
It's not even that, like it's not even the actual application itself. It's thinking about what visa you want to apply for what your situation is, and not only that, but then you have to think about, okay, so if this is the only way either of the people, you know, in the relationship can move, then do we consider marriage and what visa do we apply for, or do we get married when the other person has reached the country that the other person is in? Then you'd have to apply for a different visa. So there's a lot of thinking back and forth, and then obviously, you know, then you have to leave it up to, you know, the immigration people to say yes or no, and they don't know you, you know, they don't know how in love you are.
And they're going off the thousands of questions they've asked you, which, like, you know, obviously if you're honest, like, you'll have a good chance, but you never know. You always have this weird feeling, like, what if they just say no?
I'm like, what if they just say no? And the annoying thing is that when you apply for a visa and you get declined, you can appeal it, but most of the time you don't get your money back. So
and you already dropped about $1,000.
Yeah, so you have to have a lot of money in your bank account to do it. With a lot of patience, but it's not impossible. You can do it, but it's not easy at all. It's really, if you want to do it the right way, it's really hard. Which
makes it frustrating for those people who don't do it the right way, and they don't have to deal with all that stuff. But that's a whole other discussion.
Just like, I always feel like, yeah, we're married, like, you know, we come from fairly good backgrounds. I don't know, so why can't it just be easier for someone to migrate to a different country?
Well, I mean, yeah, and well, there's a lot of political things involved, but I guess what we're trying to say is, like, if you are in that kind of situation and you're watching this video, don't give up hope. It is getting easier. You can do a lot of things electronically these days that you could not do before, and it used to be you'd have to wait even longer, and now it's, you know, it's getting better. So, you know, if you're watching this and you're doing this kind of situation, like, good luck. You know, you'll be okay. It just takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
And answer things honestly, which you should do anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And be as thorough as you can in your application.
Yeah. Like think about how many details you can give and how annoying it must be, and then give even more details.
Yeah.
Because they're like, that gives them less to kind of be questioning.
And if you're just in the start of your long distance relationship and you think that it's going to go further, obviously, you know, probably will if you're doing long distance in the first place. Make sure you take photos of when you're visiting each other. If you're living together and you're then applying to move somewhere else, you know, keep your bills, keep your statements, any joint accounts you have together. Just basically, if you're in the relationship and you know at some point you want to apply for a visa, keep as much documentation as possible.
Yeah. And emails, Facebook messages.
Pretend you have to prove to someone else that you're in love, basically.
Like your in-laws or something.
Yeah.
And they're really picky and they want to know everything or something.
So yeah, I think that's all the questions. Let me check. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I hope you enjoyed this video.
Good to see all of you again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
She's gonna hopefully do a video pretty soon where I get to do her makeup again, but we're not quite sure how that's gonna go.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has improved a lot since 2 years ago, and you really do know a lot of makeup brands.
Sadly, I do.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh my god, is that Urban Decay? Oh my god, I love that one.
I'm leaving now.
Okay guys, I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.